Introduction. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we dive into the extraordinary life of Cheryl Ladd, an actress, singer, author, and beloved television icon best remembered for her role as Kris Munroe on the legendary series Charlie's Angels. Known for her radiant charm, unwavering resilience, and magnetic performances, Ladd became a symbol of glamour and talent in Hollywood. Yet behind the bright lights and blockbuster successes, her journey was one of reinvention, dedication, and personal triumph. From her humble beginnings in Huron, South Dakota, to the moment she stepped into the spotlight as a global star, and from her musical roots to her philanthropic endeavors, Cheryl Ladd's life story is nothing short of remarkable. Join us as we unveil rare photos and historic facts that helped shape her enduring legacy, celebrating the woman who captured audiences' hearts, on screen and beyond. Early life. Cheryl Jean Stoppelmoor, who would later become Cheryl Ladd, was born into modest means in the small community of Huron, South Dakota. The Stoppelmoor household was like many working-class families in America at the time. Her father, Marion, served as a railroad engineer, a job that demanded both technical skill and physical endurance, while her mother, Dolores, worked as a waitress, honing an unshakable work ethic that left a strong impression on young Cheryl. As the second daughter, Cheryl grew up in an environment where the value of hard work was emphasized. She often spoke fondly in interviews about the support and love she received from her parents, recalling the close-knit bond that laid a foundation of security in her early years. In her teenage years, Cheryl discovered a passion for music that eventually shaped her initial career ambitions. She was far from the typical small-town girl. Her interests and talents quickly set her apart. Huron was a tight community, and Cheryl's early exposure to singing at church gatherings or local events nurtured a strong sense of confidence. Even though she might not have imagined the Hollywood spotlight in those formative years, the seeds of stardom were quietly being planted. Upon graduating high school, Cheryl embraced the life of a traveling musician. She joined a band named The Music Shop, which performed throughout the Midwest. Life on the road introduced her to a host of new experiences: late-night performances, small-town venues, diverse audiences, and the hard realities of touring. Though she was primarily motivated by her love for music, these travels likely sharpened her sense of showmanship and taught her the importance of connecting with an audience, skills she would later translate seamlessly into her acting roles. Her journey took a pivotal turn in 1970 when she arrived in Los Angeles, the city where dreams either flourish or fade. Still going by the name Cheryl Jean Stoppelmoor, she had no fixed plans to become an actress. Nevertheless, the entertainment industry, especially in LA, can be a magnet for versatile performers. Cheryl's initial focus remained on music, reflecting her belief that she could establish herself as a singer-songwriter or session vocalist. Under the stage name Cherie Moore, she found an unexpected break, providing the singing voice for Melody in Hanna-Barbera's animated series Josie and the Pussycats. This was no small gig. It linked her to a popular Saturday morning cartoon that resonated with young viewers and fans of Archie comics. Her vocals also appeared on the 1970 album that complemented the show, meaning her voice reached households across America long before her face became a staple of primetime television. Though she had entered the industry through music, Cheryl soon discovered that acting opportunities were within her grasp. Commercials, small guest roles on shows like The Rookies, The Partridge Family, Police Woman, The Muppet Show, and Happy Days began to trickle in. These smaller parts allowed Cheryl to hone her camera presence, learn on-set etiquette, and develop the techniques necessary for a more prominent acting career. In many ways, the synergy between her musical background and her rising acting prospects foreshadowed the multi-talented star she would become. Notably, her earliest experiences in television gave her a taste of comedic timing, dramatic flair, and the discipline required to memorize lines and adopt new personas. By appearing on Happy Days, for instance, she stepped onto a set that was quickly becoming a cultural phenomenon, giving her first-hand exposure to how hit TV shows operate behind the scenes. Meanwhile, her cameo in The Muppet Show demonstrated her ability to adapt to whimsical or more child-friendly entertainment formats. These experiences expanded her range, pushing her beyond a purely musical identity. Yet Cheryl's move to Los Angeles involved its fair share of hardships. Like many aspiring talents, she confronted rejection, tight finances, and fierce competition. A single audition could shift her path dramatically, leading to heartbreak or triumph. While many in her position would have given up or returned to a more stable life, Cheryl pressed on. Her unwavering resilience was one of her defining qualities, setting the stage for the bigger role that awaited her. One might ask how these early experiences formed the foundation of who Cheryl Ladd would later become. The answers lie in her adaptability and determination. Moving from place to place with the music shop taught her grit, diving into voice acting for Josie and the Pussycats revealed her comfort with a studio microphone and the demands of animated storytelling, and her episodic guest roles offered incremental growth in front of the camera. By the time she auditioned for more substantial parts, she had already accumulated a treasure trove of experience that would soon become invaluable. Behind her calm exterior was a tireless work ethic inspired by her parents and fueled by her desire to entertain. Whether belting out vocals or honing her comedic chops, Cheryl was, step by step, aligning herself with the kind of break that makes a career. And that break came in the form of a then red-hot TV series known as Charlie's Angels. The moment that truly catapulted Cheryl Ladd into the national consciousness was her casting in Charlie's Angels. This 1977 breakthrough proved a double-edged sword. Not only did it expose her to millions of viewers each week, but it also brought the enormous pressure of stepping into a role vacated by the immensely popular Farrah Fawcett. At that time, Charlie's Angels was a sizzling hit series produced by Aaron Spelling and Leonard Goldberg, known for combining detective stories with the glam of a sensationalized 1970s Los Angeles. Fans had grown attached to Fawcett, and her departure after just one season left a gaping hole in the show's dynamic. Producers sought to mitigate this shakeup by introducing Cheryl Ladd as Kris Munroe, the younger sister of Fawcett's character, Jill Munroe. This move was a strategic way of acknowledging the audience's fondness for Fawcett while also granting Ladd the opportunity to carve out her own niche. It's worth noting that, at the time, TV audiences were less accustomed to major cast changes. Ladd's role needed to blend continuity with fresh energy, and she managed to do just that. Right from her debut, fans were charmed by Kris Munroe's warmth, approachability, and occasional moments of comic relief. Ladd's strong comedic and musical background helped her stand out as more than just the new angel. The ratings for Charlie's Angels remained strong despite the cast change, underscoring Ladd's seamless integration into the team. Over 4 seasons, she worked alongside other cast members like Kate Jackson, Jaclyn Smith, Shelley Hack, and Tanya Roberts, forming new on-screen chemistry and story arcs. Fans often praise Kris Munroe for adding a lighter, more playful vibe to the group dynamics, which distinguished her from Jill's more overt sex symbol status. Interestingly, the show also became known for its rotating cast, a phenomenon that would eventually impact everyone except Jaclyn Smith, the only angel to remain for all 5 seasons. Behind the scenes, Charlie's Angels was notorious for its demanding production schedule, elaborate hair, makeup regimens, and the ongoing media spectacle surrounding the cast. Ladd reportedly handled these pressures with grace, focusing on her craft and the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. She later credited her experience in the show for teaching her about discipline, teamwork, and thriving under the public eye. Indeed, Charlie's Angels was both a ratings juggernaut and a cultural flashpoint, often critiqued as jiggle TV yet undeniably influential in shaping pop culture's perceptions of female-led shows. The show's success allowed Cheryl Ladd to reignite her musical ambitions. Capitalizing on her rising fame, she performed the national anthem at Super Bowl XIV in January 1980, a gig that placed her before one of the largest TV audiences in the nation. She also appeared on various musical comedy variety specials, a format popular in the 1970s and early 1980s. These specials allowed her to showcase her vocal talents alongside comedic sketches, dancing, and sometimes duets with other celebrity guests. During this time, she released 3 albums, one of which produced a top 40 Billboard Hot 100 single and earned a gold record. This level of crossover success was relatively rare in the entertainment industry, further underscoring her multifaceted talent. When Charlie's Angels eventually ended in June 1981, many wondered if Ladd would remain primarily a television actress. However, she refused to be typecast and instead charted a course through a wide variety of film and TV projects. She dove into made-for-television films, over 30 in total, showcasing her range in both dramatic and comedic roles. One of the most notable was her portrayal of Grace Kelly in a biopic that began production shortly before Kelly's tragic death. Stepping into the shoes of a Hollywood icon turned real-life princess was no small feat, and Ladd's performance revealed her ability to tackle complex, nuanced characters. Ladd also explored theatrical features, appearing in movies like Purple Hearts, 1984, a military romance film that delved into the complexities of war and love, and Millennium, 1989, a science fiction thriller that allowed her to explore a futuristic narrative. In Poison Ivy, 1992, a film featuring a young Drew Barrymore, Ladd took on a supporting role that further demonstrated her adaptability to different genres and audiences. By the time she appeared in Permanent Midnight, 1998, alongside Ben Stiller, she had proven her capacity to navigate darker, more adult themes, a departure from her squeaky clean image in Charlie's Angels. In television, Cheryl Ladd did not shy away from leading roles. She took the helm in One West Waikiki, 1994-96, where she portrayed a forensic expert cracking cases in Hawaii. While the show lasted only 2 seasons, it allowed her to remain a prominent figure on primetime TV. Guest appearances in popular series like Charmed, Hope and Faith, and CSI: Miami followed, showing that she was consistently in demand. Even as TV landscapes changed, moving from the star-driven vehicles of the 1970s to ensemble casts of the 1990s and beyond, Ladd continued to secure roles that highlighted her unique talents. From 2003 until the show's cancellation in 2008, Ladd portrayed Jillian DeLine in Las Vegas, starring opposite James Caan's character Ed DeLine. The glitzy drama was a perfect environment for Ladd's blend of glamour and grounded presence, and her portrayal as the wife of a casino boss brought a dash of elegance to the series. Over 29 episodes, fans watched Jillian DeLine evolve from a supportive spouse to an integral part of the show's storylines. This multi-layered career stands as a testament to Ladd's determination to avoid being pigeonholed. While many performers struggle to transition beyond a signature role, particularly one as iconic as Kris Munroe, Ladd embraced the challenge of diversity. Whether starring in a suspenseful TV movie, belting out a ballad, or stepping onto the Broadway stage, she showed that a big break doesn't have to define or limit you. Instead, it can serve as a launching pad for growth, reinvention, and continuous artistic exploration. Moreover, her ability to float between different mediums, film, television, stage, and music, reflects an underlying passion for performance that has remained consistent since her youth. She brought that passion to each new project, bolstered by the confidence and fan support she gained during Charlie's Angels. While some critics initially labeled her as the girl next door, she demonstrated repeatedly that her range was broader than anyone expected. Rather than resting on her laurels, she took strategic, bold career steps that often surprised fans and critics alike. Today, many viewers fondly recall Ladd's time as Kris Munroe, but they also recognize her wide-reaching contributions to entertainment over multiple decades. Whether people discovered her through syndicated reruns, new TV projects, or cameo appearances, Cheryl Ladd has remained a consistent force in show business, never allowing one role, no matter how famous, to overshadow the rest of her accomplishments. She turned that single casting break into an enduring and evolving career, an inspirational model for anyone hoping to persevere in Hollywood. Throughout her career, when we look back at Cheryl Ladd's career, the defining characteristics, versatility and resilience, leap off the page. She navigated multiple sectors of the entertainment world, lending her voice to cartoons, stepping into a legendary TV franchise, releasing music that charted on Billboard, writing books spanning children's literature to golf, and even holding her own on the Broadway stage. It's a testament to both her adaptability and her genuine passion for performance. What's more, her longevity in Hollywood speaks volumes. Many actors struggle after achieving a hit role. Typecasting or lack of new opportunities can spell the end of a promising career. Yet Ladd defied these odds multiple times. Her transition from Charlie's Angels to an array of TV films and big-screen ventures was not merely about capitalizing on fame, it was about diversifying her portfolio and challenging herself creatively. She repeatedly stepped outside her comfort zone, tackling dramatic roles, comedic parts, and even cameo appearances that tested her range. She was never afraid to pivot, whether that pivot involved tackling another genre or even exploring an entirely different medium, like writing. Part of Ladd's resilience is rooted in her personal philosophy. In interviews, she's often emphasized the importance of maintaining a positive outlook, practicing self-care, and nurturing relationships with friends and family. This grounding likely helped her cope with the unpredictability of show business. Even after facing set cancellations or personal challenges, such as her first divorce, she rebounded stronger, guided by a firm sense of identity and purpose. Another notable facet of Cheryl Ladd's resilience is her willingness to embrace new technology and new ways of engaging with fans. While she hails from a generation of actors that predates social media, she has adapted to modern platforms, recognizing their role in shaping public perception and fostering direct connections with viewers. By periodically sharing updates and reflecting on her experiences, she remains accessible to a broad audience that spans multiple generations. In philanthropic realms, Ladd's commitment to causes like child help also speaks to her broader mission, using her public platform to make a real difference. As the entertainment industry continues to evolve, philanthropic work has become more visible and essential. Ladd's dedication highlights her understanding of celebrity responsibility, that a widely recognized name can and should be harnessed for positive impact. Over the decades, she's also been invited as a guest on various talk shows, podcasts, and entertainment specials, where she often reflects on industry shifts and the lessons she's learned. Her perspective is invaluable for younger performers who aspire to longevity. She encourages them to develop diversified skills, stay open to change, and never lose sight of personal well-being. Personal life behind the cameras and the constant buzz of Hollywood, Cheryl Ladd also navigated the emotional complexities of marriage, motherhood, and personal development. Her first marriage, in 1973, was to actor David Ladd, himself part of a storied Hollywood lineage as the son of iconic actor Alan Ladd. The union connected Cheryl to a well-known showbiz family, potentially offering her a broader network of support as she worked to establish her career. In 1975, Cheryl and David welcomed a daughter, Jordan. Motherhood brought a new dimension to Ladd's life. According to her interviews over the years, balancing work and family often demanded meticulous planning and unwavering dedication, especially once Charlie's Angels took off. Yet Ladd found joy and fulfillment in motherhood, crediting Jordan's presence for keeping her grounded amid the swirling pressures of fame. The couple eventually divorced in 1980, but Cheryl retained the Ladd surname that millions of fans had already come to recognize. Not long after, in 1981, she married music producer Brian Russell, a relationship that introduced her to a stepdaughter, Lindsay Russell. This blended family dynamic further enriched her personal life. A self-described devoted wife and mother, Ladd has often spoken of how family offers a sanctuary away from the demands of show business. Despite the heartbreak of divorce, she found love again and worked to create a stable, supportive environment for her children. Jordan Ladd, now an actress, has forged her own path in Hollywood, appearing in various films, often in the horror genre. Cheryl's pride in her daughter's accomplishments reflects the supportive atmosphere she cultivated at home. While mother-daughter acting dynasties are not uncommon, Cheryl worked to ensure that Jordan's career was her own, independent of the Charlie's Angels legacy. This approach speaks to Ladd's humility. Despite her fame, she recognized the importance of letting Jordan grow without excessive public scrutiny. In interviews, Cheryl Ladd has credited her second husband, Brian Russell, for helping her navigate the ups and downs of celebrity life, as well as encouraging her music and writing ventures. Their partnership blends creativity and practicality, an asset when tackling complex career decisions. Russell's background as a music producer also complemented Ladd's ongoing passion for singing. Over the years, the couple has collaborated on various projects, from philanthropic endeavors to golf tournaments, finding ways to merge personal passions with public outreach. Although Cheryl Ladd's personal life has seen its share of changes, she has consistently embraced these twists and turns as opportunities for growth. She's spoken openly about how raising children, maintaining relationships, and sustaining a career in the limelight requires resilience and adaptability, traits she learned early on from her parents in South Dakota. Whether facing tough scripts, demanding directors, or personal heartbreak, Ladd's solution has been to remain centered, leaning on family for emotional anchoring. This capacity to adapt and persevere aligns perfectly with her public persona, genuine, compassionate, and steadfast. Through her marriages, divorces, and remarriage, she exemplifies a private life grounded in love and connection, elements that might not always be visible under the glare of fame. Yet those elements are there, forming a crucial part of who Cheryl Ladd is beyond the glitzy world of Hollywood. Clarification on family connections. It's easy to assume familial ties in Hollywood based solely on last names, but Cheryl Ladd's connection to Alan Ladd was by marriage, not biology. The actor Alan Ladd rose to fame in the 1940s and 1950s, becoming a prominent leading man in classic films like This Gun for Hire, 1942, and Shane, 1953. His son, David Ladd, became Cheryl's husband in 1973, thus linking her to a legacy of Hollywood history. Meanwhile, Diane Ladd is another Hollywood veteran, known for roles in films such as Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974, and Wild at Heart, 1990. Though Diane and Cheryl share the same last name, they are not related. They did, however, once portray mother and daughter on screen, a delightful coincidence that sometimes leads fans to believe there's a deeper familial tie. Both women also have daughters who pursued acting careers. Diane's daughter is Laura Dern, an Academy Award-winning actress, while Cheryl's daughter, Jordan, has become a familiar face in various independent and horror films. These clarified relationships reveal how Hollywood connections can spark confusion, but also highlight the strong sense of community that can develop among artists. For Cheryl Ladd, the name Ladd may have opened some doors early on, but her talent and perseverance ultimately became the defining factors in her success, a fact that underscores her independence from any perceived Hollywood dynasties. Endeavor's Cheryl Ladd's talents extend well beyond acting and singing. In 1996, she made her debut as a children's author with The Adventures of Little Nettie Winship. The story carries themes of adventure, imagination, and moral lessons that resonate with young audiences. While celebrity authors sometimes face skepticism, Ladd's genuine affection for children and storytelling gave the book credibility. It also underscored the importance she placed on family and education, values deeply ingrained since her South Dakota upbringing. But Ladd's literary ambitions didn't stop at children's books. In 2005, she tackled a subject close to her heart, golf. Token Chick, A Woman's Guide to Golfing with the Boys is part autobiography, part instructional guide, and part witty commentary on breaking into a traditionally male-dominated sport. The title itself, Token Chick, is a playful nod to the challenges she faced playing alongside men. The book reveals how Ladd discovered a passion for golf, detailing her personal journey as she became more deeply involved in the sport. She shares anecdotes about her experiences on the golf course, tips for improving one's game, and insights into navigating the social and psychological aspects of playing with male golfers. Hosting a Buick-sponsored golf tournament for several years further demonstrated her commitment to the sport. By leveraging her celebrity status, she was able to draw attention to charitable causes connected with the event, underscoring her philanthropic ethos. For Ladd, golf wasn't just a casual hobby, it was a platform to foster community, raise funds for important causes, and inspire more women to pick up clubs and aim for the fairway. Another significant milestone in Ladd's career was her foray onto the Broadway stage. In September 2000, she stepped into the iconic role of Annie Oakley in Irving Berlin's Annie Get Your Gun, taking over from Bernadette Peters. This role showcased her ability to combine acting, singing, and stage presence in front of a live audience, a stark contrast from the carefully controlled environment of television sets. Broadway demands stamina, vocal strength, and the ability to connect with audiences night after night. Ladd took on these challenges confidently, performing until January 2001, after which Reba McEntire assumed the role. Critics and fans alike appreciated her portrayal, praising her ability to capture both the humor and brash charm of Annie Oakley. Her return to the stage demonstrated that Ladd was more than a TV star, she was a bona fide triple threat who could hold her own in one of the most challenging arenas of performance art. The experience also reaffirmed her love for musical theater, a passion that harked back to her earliest aspirations in music. While her Broadway stint was relatively short, it was enough to solidify her reputation as a versatile performer. The year 2010 brought a nostalgic moment for Ladd when she joined her former Charlie's Angels co-star Jaclyn Smith on April 17 to accept the 2010 TV Land Pop Culture Award for the iconic show. This public acknowledgement served as a testament to the lasting influence of Charlie's Angels on television history. Even decades after its original run, the show continued to captivate new generations through reruns and cultural references in films, fashion, and TV reboots. For Cheryl Ladd, standing alongside Jaclyn Smith again was undoubtedly a reminder of the pioneering journey they shared as part of a series that broke ground for female-led action dramas. Beyond these achievements, it's essential to note the breadth of Ladd's influence. She demonstrated that success in Hollywood could be leveraged to explore new creative avenues, from writing to sports to live performance. This capacity for reinvention speaks to her curiosity and adventurous spirit, qualities that served her well when she first packed her bags and left South Dakota. By embracing opportunities outside acting, she kept her career dynamic and her life fulfilling, all while allowing fans to see her in different lights. Recent activities. Even as she entered new phases of her life and career, Cheryl Ladd never stepped away from acting for long. In the 2011 Hallmark Channel movie Love's Everlasting Courage, she embraced the network's hallmark, no pun intended, of family-focused, heartwarming storytelling. Such roles allowed Ladd to connect with a more family-oriented audience, showcasing her knack for conveying warmth and emotional depth on screen. Guest appearances on shows like NCIS, specifically in the episode Thirst, and Chuck widened her fan base even further. In Chuck, she portrayed Sarah Walker's mother, giving fans insight into the backstory of one of the show's main characters. This cameo was a delightful surprise for many viewers, proving that Ladd continued to relish opportunities to pop into popular series and leave her mark. In 2020, she starred in the TV movie Christmas Unwrapped, playing Janet Cohen. This role resonated particularly well with viewers seeking uplifting, festive narratives, a genre in which Ladd excelled thanks to her ability to balance humor, compassion, and that signature twinkle in her eye. The film added another layer to her long-standing relationship with television, a medium that has continuously embraced her talents since her earliest days in commercials and guest roles. Beyond her acting, Ladd has also made philanthropy a significant focus. She serves as a celebrity ambassador for Child Help, a nonprofit dedicated to preventing and treating child abuse. Through her work with Child Help, she's leveraged her fame to advocate for vulnerable children, raise funds for crucial programs, and bring attention to an issue that often remains hidden. Over the years, she's spoken at charity events, visited centers, and encouraged fans to support the organization. This commitment to philanthropy resonates with the down-to-earth values she learned during her upbringing, showing that a giving spirit can flourish no matter the scale of one's success. In many respects, these recent activities illustrate Cheryl Ladd's desire to remain engaged, both creatively and socially. While some stars fade into obscurity or choose to retire quietly, Ladd appears to have a genuine love for the craft of acting, the thrill of performing, and the responsibility of using her platform for good. Whether she's headlining a Hallmark movie, stepping in for a cameo, or advocating for child welfare, she remains a vibrant presence, an enduring angel whose halo extends far beyond the screen. Behind-the-scenes highlights and little-known stories. Cheryl Ladd may be best remembered for her standout role in Charlie's Angels, but her behind-the-scenes journey holds plenty of surprises. Early in her career, she performed under the stage name Sherry Moore, lending her versatile singing voice to the animated series Josie and the Pussycats. She also spent time collaborating with prominent Los Angeles musicians, who praised her clear, flexible vocals, capable of shifting from pop and soft rock to country-flavored tunes. Interestingly, while tabloids often chased sensational stories from the Charlie's Angels set, many of the most revealing photos came from the show's quieter moments, her casual chats with fellow cast members, script run-throughs, or group pep talks after a long day of filming. These small, everyday instances underscored the warm camaraderie that existed among the cast, in contrast to the rumored conflicts the media liked to spotlight. Beyond music and television, Cheryl Ladd found an outlet in painting, viewing it as a calming diversion from the whirlwind of production schedules. Alongside her artistic pursuits, she broadened her philanthropic work beyond Child Help, championing cancer research and environmental causes. Another tidbit fans may not know: she came close to landing a significant role in a major sci-fi film, but scheduling conflicts got in the way. Still, the very fact she was considered attests to her broad appeal across different genres. Whether popping up in cameo appearances on 1980s TV shows or portraying James Caan's on-screen wife in Las Vegas, Cheryl consistently stood out for her openness and boundless energy. No matter the project, she has always maintained a spirited, confident outlook, viewing aging not as an obstacle but as an avenue for deeper, more mature portrayals, a testament to her enduring passion and resolve. Lasting impressions and cultural legacy. When people think of Cheryl Ladd, they often picture Kris Munroe from Charlie's Angels, the iconic 1970s TV series. Yet that role only scratches the surface of her extensive career. Back in an era when strong female leads were rare, Kris Munroe helped redefine the idea of a woman detective, someone not just beautiful, but also intelligent and undeniably brave. Although she originally stepped in to replace Farrah Fawcett, Cheryl quickly made Kris her own by infusing humor, warmth, and a certain steadfast determination. Thanks to these qualities, Charlie's Angels has enjoyed cultural longevity across generations, from reruns to reboots, reminding viewers that it sparked a mini-revolution in how female characters could be portrayed on screen. Cheryl Ladd didn't stop after the buzz of Charlie's Angels. She carried on proving her multidimensional talent through film roles, TV series, stage musicals, and even authored books. Her commitment to growth and her tireless curiosity remain an inspiration for aspiring performers, showing that fleeting fame matters less than honing one's craft and staying creatively open. In an industry where beauty and age are constantly scrutinized, Cheryl radiates a confidence that every chapter in life can be celebrated and harnessed for richer storytelling. Her devotion to both artistic endeavors and charitable work has turned her into a symbol of balance, balancing fame with service, youthful sparkle with seasoned experience. Looking back, her cultural impact goes beyond classic TV scenes. It endures as a testament to resilience, creative passion, and a deep love for the arts. Conclusion: we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Cheryl Ladd's captivating journey, from her early days in the Midwest music scene to her breakthrough role as one of TV's most recognizable angels. Her talent, hard work, and personal resilience have left an indelible mark on pop culture, reminding us that true stardom is built on more than just good looks. It's forged through passion, perseverance, and the courage to take risks. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating glimpses into the lives of your favorite stars. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next video.